I never believed in magic. Not the wand-waving abracadabra kind anyway. Life was predictable. Wake up, chug coffee, dodge deadlines at my dead-end graphic design job, and crash with a beer and bad TV. That's me, Arian, 25, single and stubbornly stuck in my slacker skin. Or at least that's who I thought I was. Until that one stupid night when curiosity cracked open a door I didn't even know existed. And trust me when I say it changed everything, I mean everything. From the way my jeans fit to the way my heart raced in a crowded room. But let's start at the beginning because if I don't spill this out, it'll eat me alive. You ever had a moment where the world tilts, and suddenly you're not just living your story? You're rewriting it from scratch? It was a Friday, the kind of humid Mumbai evening where the air sticks to your skin like regret. I'd just blown off another blind date. Priya set up with some girl from her office. All because the thought of small talk made my stomach knot. "You're too in your head, Arian," my best friend Vikram had texted earlier, followed by a string of eye-roll emojis. He wasn't wrong. So when he showed up at my door with that ridiculous grin and a glowing blue bottle in hand, I should have known better. But isolation's a sneaky beast. It makes you grasp at anything shiny. "Bro, this is it," Vikram said, thrusting the vial under my nose like it was the holy grail. We were sprawled on my threadbare couch, surrounded by empty pizza boxes and the faint hum of the ceiling fan. The bottle looked like something out of an old Bollywood flick. Etched glass, swirling liquid that caught the lamplight and threw electric sparks across the walls. "Elixir of confidence," he declared, his voice dropping to a dramatic whisper. "Picked it up from this Baba at Chor Bazaar. One sip and boom. You're the guy who owns the room, not hides in it." I laughed, but it came out hollow, echoing the empty pit in my chest. Confidence? Yeah, right. I'd spent years building walls. Baggy hoodies to hide my lanky frame. Jokes to deflect questions about my potential. Deep down I wondered if there was more to me, something bolder, freer. But admitting that? Terrifying. So I snatched the bottle, the cool glass kissing my palm like a dare. "What the hell?" I muttered, tipping it back. It tasted like fizzy lime and secrets. Sweet at first, then a warm buzz that spread from my throat to my fingertips. We clinked imaginary glasses, Vikram whooping like we just won the lottery. "Tomorrow you're a new man," he said, slapping my back before vanishing into the night. I stumbled to bed, the room spinning just enough to lull me under. Dreams came in fragments. Mirrors shattering, fabrics whispering against skin. A version of me smiling back with eyes I almost recognized. And then morning. God, that morning. My alarm blared. Some cheesy ringtone about seizing the day. And I slapped it silent, rolling over with a groan. But as my hand brushed my chest, something felt off. Softer. My hair tumbled across my pillow in waves, tickling my neck like a stranger's touch. Heart pounding, I sat up, the sheets pooling around me, and padded to the bathroom. The fluorescent light buzzed to life, harsh and unforgiving. I flicked on the mirror, expecting bedhead and bloodshot eyes. Instead, her. Long chestnut waves framing a face that was mine but not. High cheekbones softened where mine were sharp. Full lips parted in my shock. Eyes wide with that same hazel glint but framed by lashes that curled like invitations. My hands, slender fingers, nails neat, shot up to touch. Smooth skin, no stubble. The oversized t-shirt hung loose over curves that definitely weren't there last night. Hips that flared gently. A waist that dipped in a way that made the fabric drape like a secret. I yanked it up, staring at the reflections, my body. Breasts. Actual soft swells that rose and fell with my panicked breaths. Below, nothing familiar. Everything rearranged in a way that sent a jolt straight to my core. Equal parts terror and this weird electric curiosity. "No," I whispered, but my voice. It was higher, melodic, like honey over gravel. Not a guy's rumble. A girl's lilt. I leaned closer, breath fogging the glass. "This isn't real. Wake up, idiot." Pinch. Slap. Splash water, cold, shocking, but the face stayed. The potion. Vikram's stupid, glowing lie. I grabbed my phone, fingers trembling as I dialed. Voicemail. "Vic. What the fuck did you do? Call me now." My reflection mocked me, lips curving in a smile that felt foreign yet intriguing. I traced the line of my jaw, softer, elegant, and a shiver ran down my spine. Fear clawed at my throat. How do I explain this? To mom? Work? Anyone? But beneath it, a whisper. What if this is a gift? What if I finally get to try on a skin that fits better than the one I've been suffocating in? The clock ticked mercilessly. 8:15 a.m. Work in 45 minutes. Panic mode, full throttle. I rifled through my closet, praying for camouflage. Jeans? They clung like a second skin, the zipper mocking my new hips. Come on, I hissed, sucking in, but it was futile. Shirts billowed awkwardly over my chest, nipples pebbling against the fabric in the AC's chill. A sensation so alien, so alive it made my cheeks burn. No bra, no clue. I remembered my cousin Neha's forgotten duffel from her last visit, stashed under the bed like contraband. Heart hammering, I unzipped it. Jeans that might stretch, a loose blouse, even a scarf. Desperate, I stripped, avoiding the mirror, and wriggled in. The blouse whispered against my skin, silkier than anything I'd worn, hugging curves I didn't know I had. Jeans slid on easier, stretchy denim forgiving my panic, and the scarf draped over my hair, taming the waves into a makeshift turban. Mirror check. I looked passable, like a tomboy in turn maybe, but my walk, oh God, the sway. Hips moving on their own, a rhythm I couldn't suppress. Act normal, I coached myself, deepening my voice to a gravelly murmur. Just a cold. Allergies. But inside, chaos. Who am I today? What if they see through? What if I like it? I grabbed my bag, keys, wallet, phone, and bolted, the door slamming like a full stop on my old life. The commute was a gauntlet. Mumbai's trains at rush hour are hell on a good day, bodies pressed, elbows jabbing, but today? Every sway of the car amplified my awareness. A man's arm brushed my side. I flinched, heat flooding my face. Does he know? Can he tell? Whispers rippled. New girl. Pretty nah. I shrank into my scarf, eyes on the floor, but my reflection in the window betrayed me. Those eyes curious despite the fear. At the office in Bandra, the glass doors loomed like judgment. I was the quiet guy in the corner cubicle, the one who nodded through meetings and nailed designs on deadline. Arian, invisible. Now. Invisible how? Morning, Arian. Ria from accounts waved, coffee in hand. Her eyes narrowed, scanning me. Whoa, new look. Hair extensions? And that voice, singing lessons. I forced a chuckle, throat tight. Yeah, experimenting. Voice? Allergies. It came out breathy, and her laugh tinkled, genuine, but it stung. Allergies. Right. I slunk to my desk, the open plan floor buzzing with chatter. Bossman Sanjay lumbered by, files in arm. Arian, budget designs by noon. And what's with the get-up? Cosplay day. Family visit. I lied, fingers flying over keys to distract. But focus. Shot. Every shift in my chair reminded me. The blouse's lace edging tickling my collarbone. The way my thighs pressed together differently. Lunch. The canteen gauntlet. Colleagues clustered. Vikram's text finally pinged. WTF, dude? Meet after work. Antidote exists, swear. Relief ward with resentment. You did this. I grabbed a tray, but the line pressed close, too close. A guy's gaze lingered on my scarf, then lower. Embarrassment burned. Cheeks, neck, a flush I couldn't hide. Hey, new here, he asked, casual but probing. Just filling in, I mumbled, voice cracking. Laughter from the table, good-natured, but it hollowed me out. Filling in. That's all this is, right? Back at my desk, tears pricked, hot, unwelcome. Not from the stares, but the isolation. Who was I hiding from? Myself? The afternoon dragged. Emails dinging, designs blurring. A client call, me pitching, voice wobbling, but something shifted. Softer tone, they said, engaging. Was it the swap? Or me finally letting words flow without the growl? By 5 p.m. I was unraveling. Vikram's cafe meet. He gaped, spilling chai. Aria, shit, Arian. The Baba said, confidence, not this. Laughter bubbled, absurd, breaking the tension. We plotted. Antidote at midnight, full moon chant. Lemon vial, arbitacabra backward. He recited, eyes wide. But hey, you look hot? Own it till then. His hug lingered, brotherly, but I pulled away, raw. Own it. Easy for you. Home alone, the apartment echoed. I peeled off the layers. Blouse whispering, free, jeans pooling at my feet. Naked in the mirror, full view. Curves illuminated by the bulb's glow. Skin goosebumped in the cool air. Fear first, freak. Then touch. fingertips tracing collarbone, down to the swell soft sensitive sending sparks I couldn't name. Curiosity one, what if? That night, alone with Neha's duffel I dove in. The sari first, crimson silk, heavy with beads, unfolding like a forbidden map. Wrapping it. Fumbles, pleats slipping but the mirror rewarded. Elegance emerging, the fabric draping my form like it was made for it. Petticoat swishing against legs, smoother than I'd imagined. A hush that amplified my breaths. Blouse next. Tight, supportive, lacing up the back, vulnerable, exposed. I twisted, fingers clumsy but clicked. Petals blooming. Hair. Waves tamed into loose curls with a comb, falling soft over shoulders. Makeup? Neha's kit. Dusty but potent. Lipstick, cherry red. Trembled on as I pressed lips together. The waxy bloom foreign yet thrilling. Eyeliner. Smudged wing, practice run. Tears from the sting mixing with laughter. I look ridiculous. I look radiant. Pacing the room, heels from the bag, wobbly at first, ankles protesting. But then the click-clack rhythm, hips swaying unbidden. Mirror dance, turn pose, a giggle escaping high free. Internal storm. This is insane. But it feels right? Like shedding a too tight shell. I whispered lines from old movies, mirror, mirror. Voice softening into song, notes lilting where mine once grunted. Hours blurred, trying voices demure bold, walk strut saunter. Exhaustion hit with dawn's tease, antidote looming. But sleep came swaddled in silk, dreams of crowds cheering a me I barely knew. Saturday dawned gray, antidote in pocket, Vikram's delivery, vile cold against my thigh. But the pull was stronger, exploration. No more hiding in flats, the world called. Baby steps. Local market, scarf as shield, palazzo pants and kurti for armor. The bazaar thrummed, vendors hawking spices, fabrics fluttering like flags. My first stare. Antigi at the bangles stall, eyes kind. Beta, try these, match your glow. Bangles slid on cool metal kissing wrist, chiming with each gesture. They see a girl. Not a lie, a possibility. Bargaining. My voice tentative but her laugh disarmed. Sharp tongue lackey. Take 2 for 1. Victory buzzed, small sweet. Emboldened deeper in tailor shop. Impulse by a simple anarkali, emerald green for later. Fitting room. Curtain drawn, fabric cascading. Cool against fevered skin. Neckline dipping to hint at cleavage I blush to acknowledge. Mirror lie gorgeous. Out on the street, wind teasing hems, steps lighter. A cafe detour. Al fresco, chai steaming. Table next to college kids, girls giggling over phones. One glanced. Love the outfit, where from? Heart stuttered but words flowed. Just around. You. Chat sparked, trends, dreams, me nodding, interjecting with laughs that felt real. Anxiety nipped. What if they guess? But excitement drowned it, their ease mirrored in me. A guy's approach. Mind if I join? Polite deflection, no fear, just power. I choose. Afternoon blurred into park strolls, benches under banyans, people watching turned self-watch. Kids chase kites. I envied their unscarred joy. Internal whisper. You've hidden so long. This body, this voice, it's a key. Phone buzz, Priya's text. Date tonight? You in. Old me bail. New? Why not? Prep frenzy. Shower, water sluicing curves, soap lathering sensitive planes, a sensuality I'd ignored. Dress. The anarkali, Coley hugging, dupatta flowing. Makeup redo, foundation evening tone, blush for that flush, kohl rimming eyes to smoky depth. Heels again, struggle to grace. Mirror final, stunning. Scary. Mine. The date, rooftop bar, fairy lights twinkling against dusk. Rohan waited, easy smile, the Tinder guy I'd ghosted as Aryan. Now. Aria, I decided, whispered to myself in the cab. Hi, I said, voice steady, extending a hand that he took gently. You look wow. His compliment landed soft, warming the knot in my chest. Drinks flowed. Negronis tart on tongue. Conversation ebbing from work woes to wanderlust. Laughter, mine light, unrestrained. His gaze held curious kind. A dance floor beckoned, I hesitated, heels? Hips. But his hand, warm anchor. Swaying to Bollywood beats, bodies close but not crowding. The music vibrating through me like permission. This is living. But undercurrent, truth shadow. You're different, he said mid-twirl. In a good way. Heart raced, fear or thrill. I leaned in. Haven't you ever wanted to reinvent? Night peaked. Walk home, stars pricking the smog. His goodnight kiss, brush of lips electric, left me reeling. Inside alone the high crashed liar. But elation lingered, the taste of possibility, the sway in my step. Antidote sat untouched on the nightstand, vile mocking. Do I want back? Sunday's storm brewed at work. Monday loomed, but confrontation called first. Office party invite. Casual mixer, but for me? Reckoning. I chose full embrace. Morning ritual amplified. Sorry this time, sapphire blue, pleats crisp. Jewelry. Neha's earrings, hoops swaying. Voice practice, soft affirmations. You are enough. Vikram's call. Antidote ready? Baba says tonight's last shot. Pause. I need more time. His silence then. Proud of you, whatever. The party. Colleagues flat, fairy lights and finger foods. Entrance. Deep breath, door ajar. Heads turned, Riaz gasp, Sanjay's double take. Who? Whispers rippled. Knew higher. I wove in, chin high, smile practiced. Aria. I introduced, voice clear. Friend of Arian's, filling in while he's out. Half-truth, heart thundering. Drinks circulated. I mingled chit-chat with interns, design debates with Sanjay. His brow furrowed. You remind me of someone. Tension coiled now? Rohan's text pinged. Last night magic. Coffee soon. Anchor. Climax cracked open mid-evening. Priya cornered me by the balcony, eyes sharp. Okay, spill. You're Aryan, aren't you? The voice, the eyes, don't bullshit. World narrowed. Her face inches away, party hum fading. Fear surged, exposed. Done. Internal scream, run. But roots held. The sari's weight, the bangles chime, the fire in my chest. Yeah. I breathed, voice cracking but steady. It's me. Urfus. That potion Vikram swore was harmless? Flipped me overnight. And I don't want to flip back. Not yet. This me. Feels like breathing for the first time. Her silence stretched, eternal, then tears. Not mine. Hers. Why didn't you say? We've been friends forever. Hug followed. Fierce, forgiving. You're braver than any of us. Word spread, whispers to welcomes. Riya joined. Girl, that sorry? Slay. Sanjay clapped my shoulder. Designs were always fire. This? Next level. Rohan arrived late, invited by Priya. Eyes widening, then softening. Aria, he said, no question. Dance again. This time truth between us. Your secret's safe, he murmured. But I'd date the mystery too. Resolution dawned slow like sunrise after storm. Antidote poured out that night. Blue swirled down the drain, finality sweet. But the real potion? Me. Monday's office. Aria official. HR looped. Forms filed for transition. Stares lingered but smiles grew. Mom's call. Shock tears then. Beta if it makes you happy. Vikram's grin. Knew you had it in you. Outings multiplied. Market halls with Priya. Coffee dates with Rohan, kisses deepening. Hands exploring with consent's glow. Body affirmed. Therapy sessions unpacking the swap's gift. Hormones if chosen. But for now the thrill of presentation, wardrobes bursting. Makeup palettes my canvas. Empowerment isn't a switch. It's a stride. Heels click with purpose now, sari silks my armor. Friends became family, chosen, cheering. Rohan's hand in mine. Steady sparking futures. Work. Promotions whispered, my designs bolder. Voices in meetings mine, unapologetic. The mirror? No shock, just smile. Curves claimed, waves wild, eyes alight. This is home. Looking back, that overnight flip wasn't a curse. It was a crack in the facade, letting light flood the dark corners I'd ignored. Courage isn't absence of fear. It's dancing through it, one sway at a time. If you're watching, feeling that itch under your skin, the what if, the who else, lean in. Swap the script. You're the author. And darling, you were always the star. What's your next chapter? Hit comments, let's swap stories. Until next time, be unapologetically you.